Hello, welcome to this video. This is I'm just gonna go into a little flow. I just did an energy update. This is going to be, and that was a flow message. This is more of different style. So I invite you to just open the heart, open the mind, and just relax. I'm just gonna go into a little message from my guides, AKA my higher self, AKA me. Little toning and a little light language. Toning shifts the vibrational frequency. Light language shifts the vibrational frequency. Light language is a movement and sound of words that are communication channels or threads that then link in with our, I'm hearing solar system. And if we think of the solar system, I'm also thinking of our cranium. Oh, there's a lot of plays on words here, but essentially, what it's doing is talking to our cells, talking to our DNA. And those that are linear and living in a very third dimensional or lower density frequency won't get it. And that's okay. It's not, it's just, if we can just relax and feel into some of these beings out there that are sharing this, the more fun we have with all of this. It can be very, uplifting, and it can also be kind of strange but really fun at the same time. So for those of you guys out there that are speaking light language, right, more and more people are, and if you don't, that's okay too. And as we release the bonds that we were once bonded to, it allows the fire to clear out that which has been left behind. It allows the flames to release the embers and the energy stored within I'm hearing like charred wood. For we store so much within that we do not recognize in these moments of combustibility what it is that we are actually releasing. We invite you to hone in on your own network, your own community per se, so to speak. You all hold within you a frequency pattern. And within this frequency pattern, you all dial into a different architecture. You dial into a different group number, if you will. And through this number and geomancy, we invite you to come in to see as man, as frequency, as the diamonds that you are in what some perceive as the rough, yet we see as space, patterns, frequency, colors. I'm here and shake it loose. As you shake loose all of the appendages that no longer allow you to reach out, shake loose of all that binds you, for as you bind yourself, surely you bind yourself to many things. Guys, this is a mushy flow day. I'm seeing kicking off the bindings, like when you ski or snowboard. I'm seeing that the bindings obviously is always referred to DNA, but also that like we bind ourselves to these, like all this stuff, things is essentially let go of the things that we've bound ourselves to. For as we shift the angles, as we change the angles, from the diamonds and the angles, as we allow ourselves to fold into the trimensions. This is a reference to dimensions, but they're merging it into dimensions. There has been this combating, so to speak, this combating. So this is a play on words, where many have felt that they need to buck up, so to speak. This is a reference to value system as well as being strong. And when in reality, the softer, the more fluid one is, the stronger one becomes, taking all shapes, merging into all colors of the rainbow, all dynamic. I'm seeing a plane. I'm seeing inside of a diamond. And inside the diamond is a plane, a flat plane, like a sheet of glass, or you could think of it as a sheet of ice, because that's a little bit more living architecture. And within this sheet of ice are rainbows. So you could think of it as an opal, a fire opal. There is much that we show you that is beyond the capability and words of your comprehension in this particular time suit, so to speak. For as we weave and connect within your reality structure, you embed within you a new way of understanding, comprehending, and comprehension, going from incomprehension to being in comprehension. And so many of the words and structures that you have played with and that you have folded into, that you have mixed into your recipe, so to speak, that has boiled within your soup is now, they're showing me dissipating, steam rising. For as you lean in, you do not just see one color, you see all the colors when you use your other senses other than sight. So they're showing a person standing over like the soup, like we mixed all the soup together, now we're smelling all of the ingredients. And then if we take a step back, we can see all of the ingredients that went into this. I don't know where this is going, but this is fun. So all that is being, so they're basically, I'm seeing a recipe, a soup pot, and all of the stuff, all of the filler, all of the water is essentially evaporating. And as we allow the heat to rise, as we allow the heat to expand, as we allow ourselves to unfold, as we allow ourselves to fold out, as we allow ourselves, allow. We allow others to smell the recipe, to smell the soup that we have been brewing, the broth, so to speak, from the bones. They're referring to our bones, bone broth. And as the steam rises, it pushes up and pushes out all that does not fit within the bowl of soup, that does not fit within this delicious recipe. For you have all the ingredients that are required to make a wonderful batch of fragrant possibilities beyond the linearities. This is a lot of plays on words here. And as you alchemize that which has been waiting to be revealed, which has been waiting to be added to the soup, so to speak, from that births yet another delight to the senses. For you are awakening within you the expansiveness that the soul has been craving. When you follow your path of joy. I'm hearing freedom. And I'm being shown, don't follow the books, don't follow the recipe. I'm seeing one person following a recipe and like looking at it going, was that a quarter of a teaspoon or half a teaspoon? And then another person, like, was it Julia Childs, I think? Like a child, just like, oh, we're going to throw this in and throw that in. And this is what it, and finding the joy of cooking, so to speak. A lot of analogies today about ships and cooking. Because the joy is not just in the scenery that is in front of us, it is the experience within the scenery. So again, I'm being shown like somebody staring at a painting, and then somebody is inside of the painting experiencing the paint and the colors and the shapes and the smell. And I wonder what happens if I turn over here and turn that way, whereas somebody else is very detached. And detachment is interesting too, is it not? Because detachment allows a sense of, so I'm being shown that that word has been misused, or it was properly used for the, I'm hearing coat of arms that it represented at the time. So non-attachment. Recognizing that is not to be mistaken for unfeeling or lacking emotion. And recognizing that feelings are not necessarily something that we need to stay attached to. Yet we are still invited to feel those feelings and to express them in our own beautiful way. As we do this, we let go of the need or attachment to a particular outcome or version of reality that we feel best suits us from our linear or conceptualized point of view. So again, the artist has a different point of view than the viewee. And I keep seeing Alice in Wonderland. What is that quote? I did at least 6 impossible things today. So the mourning doves are singing with us today. The blackbirds. I fed some crows earlier. Been dreaming about woodpeckers. I'm being guided to share a dream. So I dreamed I was fighting with a white snake, and this luminescent serpent was trying to bite me, and I kept grabbing it by its head, and I was seeing its fangs, and it kept biting me. It was an awesome dream, actually, now that I look back on it. And now there's all these references to birds that I'm dreaming about. We have the serpent and the bird brain, snake and bird, or reptilian or brain, right? Or the kundalini. And there is this remembrance that they are one. There is no separate serpentness. We are being invited to expand our brain, connect our hemispheres, connect our entire beingness, and allow ourselves to be the slinky. That just came through. Some really high-tech scientific information coming through today, guys. Be the slinky. Very good visualization. For as we put a new spin on the harmonics, so I'm hearing a lot of things and I'm being guided to just let it go. I don't have to figure it all out. The message has been shared. The energy that's behind the message is being shared if you are open enough to feel it. There's such a blissful energy that is coming through that if we sit down and allow ourselves to be in that space of acceptance and receiving and gratitude and accepting of others, it's going to have a much more activating effect on us, so to speak. And it can assist us in kind of processing faster. I referred to this in my last video, but moving through things a lot faster and not having to hang on to things that no longer are bringing value into our lives based on our new value system. So I'm going to end on that note. In love and light. Namaste.